what does a great leader do? Even what do we train people to do? We train people to create coalitions. We train people to work with other people. Martin Luther King did that brilliantly, and you know the best, you know, and he did that very, very well. And you know, and in that sense, there were different groups working, like in a corporation. Ask yourself what the great corporate leaders do. They get other people to do a lot of things, but they get the buy-in. For example, let's say you've got a particular project that requires, you don't have all the expertise, but now you need to mobilize in this world where we're constantly looking for solutions, not simply products.
Right.
No one has total expertise. So now you're in a corporate setting and you're leading. And what's driving you? Uncertainty, agility, the markets, speed, velocity. And in that context, you've got to be responsive to the customer on the one hand, but you don't want to be short-sighted, but you want to be consistent with where the organization is. Your organization is going, so you're looking for solutions. We're moving into the world of integrated solutions. Everyone is looking for solutions, right? We put products together, whether whatever business you're in, IT, it doesn't matter. You look for solutions. What does that mean? Suddenly you have to work across turf. Suddenly you have to move beyond your boundaries. Suddenly you have to not across time zones, to cross business. You have to create coalitions. You've got to get the buy-in. So what we try to do is exactly teach, that's the political competence has to do exactly with teaching people to do that. To do that. So you have to understand, so it's political very much with a small p, if you will, it's political with empathy. Because on one hand, you do that. On the other hand, you want to coach your people. You want to enhance them. You want to be there for them. You want to listen to them. So not just enough to have the political skills, but you also have to have the skills of engagement. We spend a lot of time teaching people things like, how do you have a conversation? How do you learn to listen? How do you learn to question? How do you learn to really be empathetic? How do you learn to give feedback without being critical? How do you learn to coach people? How do you learn to sustain that group environment? So on one hand, you want to be very political in the sense of coalitions, but on the other hand, you have to have a sort of a deeper relationship with people so you can enhance, coach them. And we spend a lot of time on things like listening skills and questioning skills and coaching skills. So both go together.